What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Forza Horizon 5 here in the spring season of series number 2. Today we're driving around in our 2019 Aston Martin Vantage that we unlocked in the last video, so if you haven't seen that, definitely go check that out. But today we're going to be jumping into the next seasonal championship here in the spring season, and the final one at that. So this is the New Beginnings Seasonal Championship, and this will get us that Ferrari 575M. So our car restrictions here are A-Class 800, and they have to be GT cars. So this is a road racing event. But I'll jump over here, jump into our first car, and then we'll start this championship up. All right, so here's the first car that we're going to be using. This is the 2012 Jaguar XKR-S, and the share code for the tune that's on it will be up on the screen now, along with the tuner's name. So, something you should know is I'm going to use 3 different vehicles for each of these races, or a different vehicle for each of these 3 races. And you don't have to do that. You only have to use 1 vehicle for the entire championship if you want. I just used 3 just to show you guys some extra content and some potential extra options for different cars that can be used. So let's go ahead and jump in and see what these races are, and we'll take a look at them and then start it up. So we've got a sprint race, and a sprint race. Very good. All right, so the Descansar, whatever it was, yeah. So we're jumping into this. See how this Jaguar can do. Got some other Jaguars here. Maserati, Jaguar, Bentley. Can't tell what those are way up there in front. Ooh, we went real hot into that turn. Way too hot into that turn. Alright, let's see. Settle in. We're back in 6th currently. The Gravatar, a little pack up ahead, is kind of pulling away, which is not what you want to see. But they may have better, straightaway speed, but I can definitely catch them up in the turns. I don't know what that was there. Car got a little out of control going through that. But we are up into 3rd, which is fine. You don't actually have to win all 3 of these races. This is a championship, so there's a point system for each position that you come in. You get a certain amount of points. So we're up in the 1st though, so it doesn't really matter that much in our position here. But yeah, for every point or every position that you're down, I think you get maybe 4 points less or something. Like 2nd place gets 16, 1st place is 20, I think 3rd is 12. I could be wrong on that, don't quote me. We can take a look at the end of this race. But we are well out in front of the Gravatars at this point. This car feels really good once you get used to it. I have been driving or doing the other videos for the other seasonal championships. So trying to like bounce back and forth between 12 different cars is kind of a lot, especially when you only have 1 race to kind of get used to them. But on that same note, I do post videos for the weekly festival reset every Thursday, and well, I start every Thursday. Sometimes I get them out all on Thursdays and Fridays. Sometimes I'll go through the weekend. But if you want to stay tuned for those, definitely get subscribed to the channel and make sure you turn your notifications on. So finish first there on our first event is good to see. Got 20 points there, so it goes 16, and okay, so it goes down by 2 after that until you get down to 7th place. So good deal. So we got 20 points there. As you can see, this is the championship leaderboard, and this is where you need to be in 1st place at the end of the 3 races. So you just want to make sure you have the most points at the end of the 3. So let's go ahead and jump into our next car and into our next race. All right, so our next car here is the 2013 Bmw M6 Coupe. The share code for the tune will be up on the screen now if you want to check this out, along with the tuner's name. But we're going to go ahead and jump into this next race and see what this can do. Again, you do not have to use 3 different vehicles. for these events. I do so just to provide some extra content for you guys. So yeah, don't worry about using 3 different vehicles. If you find one that works out well for you, just stick to that one. I do want to mention something. Look how massive those daggum rotors are. Those are some dang dinner plates. You could feed the entire family on that platter, that is for sure. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Hopefully the brakes work. But we'll jump into this next race and get it going. All right, Copper Canyon Sprint. Let's go get it. So this thing is running drag tires, so I'm very curious to see how that will do. I'm not really sure 100% like how the different tire compounds work out. Obviously off-road is good off-road. Rally is good for like dirt and on-road driving, I'm assuming. Drag to me sounds like it should just be on the drag strip. And not ideal for like turning and stuff, but we'll see how it does. This thing is definitely fast. You can see it's trying to slide out there. So, I mean, it's turning in, which is weird looking to me. I mean, it's working. It's not really like kicking out too much. It's just turning in to those turns, which looks like it's trying to kick out, but it's not really. So it's handling really well. I would like the sound of this car. Sounds real good. And we're just hauling through the canyon. Okay. Whoop. Let's reel it in a little bit here. Come on. Slow it down. Get around this turn. We are doing good. We're ahead of the Drivatars, which is where we want to be. You know? That's the golden rule, right? Or the key to victory, right? Good old DJ Khaled. What did he used to do? Was it the keys to success that he used to do on Snapchat like all the time? I can give you a key to success right now. You need to be ahead of the Drivatars to win the race. So, there you go. It's just like football. Keys to success. Don't let the other team score and make sure that you score, right? I'm just rambling at this point. Please cut me off if you want me to, but this thing's handling it really well. It takes a different kind of mindset to really like drive it, so I wouldn't suggest this tune for somebody that's maybe newer to the game. But once you get a hold of how to drive it, it's relatively easy. It's just kind of getting to that point where, you know, if you don't have this car, I wouldn't necessarily spend the money on it. Or maybe if you did, just find another tune, maybe? I'm not 100% sure. I mean, we're still beating the Drivatars, which is the big thing. And we got just a little bit left through here. It's just like when it really gets up to high speed, it kind of gets a little squirrely. Hard on the brakes. Any of these bridges, just be aware that those are breakable guardrails on that side. So you don't want to try to cut that turn too wide because you will end up in the drink down there. But we'll go across the line with a little bit of style as we, you know, crash into the barrier there. But another first place finish for us. And we did pretty well against the Drivatars, so 20 more points will go onto our championship score, or our leaderboard score. And we'll head into that last race and jump into our final vehicle. All right, so our final vehicle here is the 2017 Bentley Continental Supersports. The share code for the tune that we're using on it will be up on the screen now if you want to check it out. But we'll see what riding in luxury and racing in luxury can do for you and see if this Bentley can get across the finish line. So go ahead and jump into it now and finish out this championship. All right, so the last race is the Riviera Sprint, and let's go get it here in our big old Bentley. So I think what we'll do for this race is I'll intentionally come in second place Just so you guys can see that you do not have to win these events to actually, or have to win or come in first in all of these championship or all of these races to win the championship. Ooh, just gonna come in on the Maserati like that. Ooh, this thing kicks out the back a little bit. That's a pretty sharp turn to come down that hill so fast. Huh. Yeah, we'll come in second place just so you guys see that you do not have to come in first in all three of these races. I am going to get up into first, and then I'll relinquish this position closer to the finish line. But you can see that we are up into first in the Bentley, so that's something that, you know, I want to make sure that you guys see that we can get into first place in the cars that we're using. But like I said, we'll give up first place. Wow, we got a big run down that hill on the Drivatars. Just an absolutely massive run on them. Alright, let's hit the brakes. This thing's a big old boy. It takes a little bit for it to slow down and be able to go around turns, so yeah, I think, you know, just since we are so far ahead currently, I may skip towards the end of the race just because this video will be a little longer anyway. And if we can reduce that time without you guys actually having to watch any unneeded kind of racing, you know, just kind of driving up here in first place. But yeah, we'll see you guys here in a second when we kind of let one of the Drivatars get by us. Alright, so we're just kind of holding up, waiting for a Drivatar. Just going slow enough to where they can catch up to us. That's actually, that's a Maserati. I thought that was an Aston Martin that we just unlocked. I wonder if I could just do this. This real defensive driving there. So, alright, come around us, Maserati. Alright, so now we're just going to follow good old Golden Wolf to the finish line here. We've got about 20% left. Shouldn't take too long. Could have passed him. Could have passed him. But we're not going to do that. We're going to make sure we stay on his tail. Alright, here come the dramatic racing lines for cinematic effect. Oh, he spun us out across the line. Oh man, he beat us. Oh no. Got second place. Again, that's what we were going for. So we got 16 points, as you guys can see there. And if I hit continue, we still have more points on the leaderboard than second place. So we are going to win the championship. So if I hit continue again, this will be the lead or the podium for this actual event, not the actual championship. But if I hit continue, there we go. That's the 2002 575 Ferrari for that reward. And we have a wheel spin as well. BRZ, which we already have, so somebody's going to get a nice BRZ as a welcome gift to Horizon. So there we go. We'll send that off, and then we'll jump into that Ferrari. All right, so there we go. This is the Ferrari 575 Maranello, I think is how it's pronounced. I'm not 100% sure because I'm not Italian. But that's how you can get it here in the spring season of series number 2 in Forza Horizon 5. I hope you guys did enjoy the video or found it helpful. If you did, definitely leave a like on the video. Definitely get subscribed for future Forza Horizon 5 content just like this. But other than that, I do hope you have a great rest of your day. Happy New Year's to everybody, and we will see you in the next video.